All right, what up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute, get the boot.
Your girl, as whack as she is in all her glory, was in the New York Times. Good evening, everybody. What up, everybody? I pray you guys have a super stupid blessed Thursday, okay? It is Thursday, so you guys know what that brings and what that entails, and it is Straight Talk with your girl, Whitney D, okay? So right now, I want you to take out the time to stop and go share this live right now, okay? Sharing is caring, all right? And make sure you thumbs up and like this video. I see 6 people are in the building right now. I need 6 likes, okay? I need you to share this video and support your girl with them thumbs up and sharing, okay? All right, you guys, this evening is going to be very interesting, okay? We're going to talk about some teen sexual experiences, and then we're going to slide on over to some baby mama and ish. She won't let me see my son. We're gonna get into a little bit of all of that, okay? So this is Straight Talk with Whitney D. I pray you guys are having a wonderfully super stupid blessed evening, okay? Now let's go ahead and get into it, all right? Welcome. Tell me where you're tuning in the chat. Red no, okay? Let me see where you're tuning in from, all right? And make sure you like this video, you share this video, and you subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. It's just better here, okay? We get into the gusto of stuff, okay? So make sure you do all those 3 things, okay? And make sure you what? Yep, wait a minute, where is it? Right there. You see that? Keep it cute so you won't get the boot, okay? Yeah, that's why you get boot, scoop, boogie up out here, okay? I got a monitor over here. I got, I'm looking right here. Make sure you guys keep it cute, all right? Because this is a safe space, all right? That means that you can feel free to cry, yell, cuss, and fuss, but respectfully, all right? All right? Last but not least, this is a warning. These are real life situations. Please be kind and respect people in their lives and them trying their best to be transparent with your girl, okay? So keep that in the back of your mind, all right? Now, if you want to join this channel, you can do so by clicking in the description box. However, hold on, because I don't see my mods in here as of right now. I am going to grab the link for you guys, and I'm going to put it in there for y'all. All right, so there goes the link, okay? It's in the chat. If you would like to join the best show around, okay, you can do so by clicking that link, okay? And once this whole R. Kelly stuff come up, I'm telling you, I will be shutting down the chat because I experienced that last year and I'm not doing it this year, okay? It will be subscriber-only chats, member-only chats going on because, baby, I'm finna minimize that craziness, okay? So if you would like to join the channel, you can do so by clicking the link in the chat, okay? Now, we do have a P.O. box. You see it on the screen. If you like to send me your hate mail, your love mail, a gift, or something that you would like for me to review, you can send it to my P.O. box, all right? All right. If you need straight talk, send me that, okay? Reviews with WhitneyD@gmail.com. All of these inquiries are anonymous with first name basis only or initials or no name, just a situation, okay? So you can send that in to reviews with WhitneyD@gmail.com. If I find it of interest, I will let you know then and there that, hey, I'm going to answer this on Straight Talk. Here's the link. Join me for my response, okay? So, not for nothing, that is the just and gusto of everything. You guys, welcome to Straight Talk. Now, if you are new here, we do this accordingly. We read the segments, okay, and we have a dialect, and then we go on to the next segment, and then it's opened up. I open up the floor. All right. So before we get into the skinny of things, let's get into this chat. Let me see who is in the building. What up, Aaron said first. All right. And none like King, my nephew, he says second. Hey, nephew, I hope you're feeling better. Okay. And then we have Jason says, hi, Whitney. Hope all is well with you and your family. It is. And I think my husband is actually going to be chiming in on tonight. Okay. He's taking care of the kids while mommy works, but he will be putting his input because I will need a male perspective for this. Okay. Jay, it says she's from Cali. Hey, Jay, long time no see, girl. And then Robert Keller is in the building. He said, good evening, Whitney D in the chat. Okay. And he's going to be joining us later on tonight. All right. I'm excited. Hey, Bunny. She says, I'm here, but I'm cooking. It's all right, girl. Just put me off on the side, girl, and get the flicking the wrist. Okay. All right. But yeah, so tonight is going to be very informative and interesting. But you guys know that this is what straight talk is about. It's about having that dialect with one another and being straight with one another. And that's the reason why I titled this. And y'all, I'm just looking down. That's the reason why I titled this particular segment Straight Talk, because it is what it is. And you may get offended, but that's okay. You can click that X and you can be on your merry way. All right. But without further ado, I want to give a shout out to all of my brand affiliates and sponsors. This particular episode is sponsored by none other than Shay Michelle Cosmetics, who is making a girl look beat on tonight. All right. I am wearing the Love lashes as well as chocolate on my lips. And I can't remember the other, the color or whatever, but all of the cosmetics that you see on my face is brought to you by Shay Michelle Cosmetics. You can visit the description box down below to get the link to the site as well as a discount. And certainly last but not least, your girl Shazazz Creations. Make sure your girl stay on point with her teas. It says hustle hard, pray harder. And Lord, we're going to need all the prayer we can get on tonight. Okay, so shouts out to Shazazz Creations. And as well, you can visit the description box down below. There was a tongue twister, but I got through it. Okay. You can visit the description box down below for the link as well as a promo code to get a discount upon your purchase. Woo! So I had to get all that out. Now that we paid the bills, y'all, we got to go ahead and get into it. Okay. I am super excited about the devil is a lie, trying to stop me up. But anyways, like I said, I am a thought provoker. And so I like conversations like this. And so I'm excited about tonight. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the first particular topic. Y'all, I'm just sharing. I do what I ask of you guys, I do myself. Okay. So I'm just sharing right now. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and get into the gusto of straight talk. Okay. I got to share it to one more person, which is my mama. All right. Although she's, I already told her what we're going to be talking about tonight. She's like, ooh, ooh. So I hope you guys, hey, Katie, she says, I'm here just cleaning up. Okay, girl. So I hope you guys got your Kool-Aids and your snacks. Let's go ahead and get into Straight Talk with Whitney D, okay? I'm going to read the first one, and then I'm going to break it open, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get it pulled up here. Baby mama ain't ish. I'm trying to see if we want to do baby mama. I think we're gonna, because I mean, what we're gonna do first. We're gonna get into baby mama first. I'm gonna flip it up. I'm gonna flip it up, and we're gonna make the son situation last, because I think we're gonna stay on that topic a little longer than what we can expect. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this first particular topic. I'm gonna read it like I always do, and then I'm going to break each sentence, if you will, down in the reading, and then I'm gonna see what you guys say in the chat, and then we're gonna go on to the next topic. Okay. So first up, my children's mother won't let me see them. Okay. So let me go ahead and get into it. I'm reading it from my phone. It was an email, okay? So I'm gonna read it and then I'll open up Straight Talk. Okay. So it says, Whitney, I hope you can help me. Hello, first off. My name is River. I love that name. I love that name. I love River as a name. And I'm a good dad. If I'm nothing more. Me and my ex are no longer together. And she's now using my kids against me. So much so, she got the people involved, changing court dates so I don't show, and just doing the most. I'm at my wits' end and trying to do this right. Please help. Straight Talk is now in session with Whitney D. Child. Lord. All right, you guys. So, like I always do, line for line, okay? And if you have any comments or statements in regards to what I'm saying, feel free to put it in the chat, okay? Make sure you be respectful, okay? Not for nothing, okay? Hopefully I can help you, River. Hopefully I can. You go on to say, you're a good dad, all right? You're a good dad. And, I can only go by what one's statement is. I don't know you personally to combat what you're saying. Most men will say, I'm a good man. So to hear you specifically specify that you are a good father, I can dig it. Because as a mother, I'm quick to say, if nothing more, I know I know I got being a mother down. I love being a mother. If I don't love being anything more, and I have other attributes to me, I'm a boss, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, you know what I'm saying? I'm a friend. I may not be good in any other area, but I know for darn sure I strive to be the best mother that I possibly can. I try my best to be the best wife, you know what I'm saying? However, a mother, child, you know what I'm saying? So I always say that. I'll be like, I know let me turn my sound off. Sorry, y'all. I know I'm a good mother, you know what I'm saying? So to hear you say that as a father, I will accept that. You said if nothing more, right? I get it. You said me and my ex are no longer together, and if y'all heard me, I was like, ooh, okay. I already know where this is going. Okay, I already know where this is going. Hey, Atmis. Hey, Atmis. Hey, Monica. She says, good evening, Whitney, sis, and chat. Blessings to you all. Amen. Thank you. When you said me and my ex are no longer together, I was like, yikes. I've experienced that bitter Betty syndrome in a lot of these females. Okay. And yeah. And you go on to say, and now she's using my kids against me. Here's the thing, women. Y'all got to get out of that. All right. Y'all have to get out of that. And let me tell you this, and this may rub a lot of you the wrong way. This may make the numbers go down drastically. I don't give a damn. Y'all know that by now, right? I don't care. Regardless if that man is good or bad, if he's not endangering those children, let him be a father. Let him be a father. If you don't know, children are so smart, smarter than what we give them credit for. You don't have to do anything but allow them children to be around them, and whatever attributes that you don't like of him, they're going to see it. Just because you and him didn't work out, has nothing to do with the relationship that he has with his children as a father, sis. And it irritates my soul when women do that. You look disgusting, sis. Ain't nothing boss about you keeping your children away from their father. Who does that? A little scumbrod. Because he didn't want you, so you use the children like a damn puppet master. And what you got to understand is that does nothing more than affect the children. Because no shade, no tea. I'm gonna keep it, y'all. This is straight talk. I'm gonna keep a stack with you. Had that been me, and he was with me back in those days, no shade, fuck them kids. Let us see. Keep them, girl. Keep them. Excuse me. Oh yes, yep. I said it. Keep them, girl. You struggle. And see, that's why I don't cheer. No shade. And I'm going to tell you where I'm coming from with this. I don't cheer on the single women, especially when they have a choice not to be. I'm going to say that again. I don't cheer on the single women. Let me tell you where I'm coming at with this. I'm very transparent with you guys. Last year was the most horrible year of my entire life. My son drowned. My marriage wasn't doing good. I was separated from my husband. My brother died. My other brother had a whole seizure, smashed his hand. I went through so much last year. So what I came to discover, and y'all know me, okay? I'm not finna punk fake for nobody. When I was away from my husband during that time, I realized how much beneficial he was in my life. I realized how significant his role, even though as minuscule as I thought it was, how significant it was. It was horrible. I know that if nothing more, that made me be like, dang, I can't do this. My son was acting crazy, which really he wasn't. He was acting out. See, I'm thinking, oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? He want to act like that with me. Fine, I'm gone. I'm taking the kids. Only to come to a realization that, damn, I need my husband. I can't do this alone. See, that's what I mean by when you have a choice. Because what my pastor told me, he was like, he didn't want you. Oh, the straight talk. My husband said, my pastor said, no, he didn't want you. Why you take the kids? I was like, damn. I didn't say this to my pastor, but I was like, that's true. He said, those his kids too. Since he want to be Billy Badass, you should have left them kids there so he can see the significance of your role as well. See, us as women, we take our kids and we take ourselves out thinking we're doing him wrong and doing a disservice to him when we're putting more on us. And sis, that's not doing you no service by being Billy Badass and keeping that man away from his children. If he is neglectful, negligent, abusive, I get it. Come on now. But because your butt hurt that he don't want your trifling ass because the relationship didn't work, he can't be a father now just because he didn't want to be a man to you. Oh, where they do that at? No, that's not cute to me. That would never be cute to me. that women keep their children away from their fathers because they had a situation within their relationship that has nothing to do with the father that they are to their children, sis. Just as well as brother, if that woman is not negligent, abusive to their children, don't hold a human being that you guys went in on from them. The person that gets damaged by that is the child. It has nothing to do with the dynamics of you and them. Nothing. But because your butt hurt, just prime example, we see it in the celebrity world with Kanye and Kim. Oh, because we're no longer together, I'm about to keep you away from your kids. I'm not going to send you the information to the birthday party. When who does that hurt? You don't give a damn about this person. So of course it's not going to affect you. But that child is looking around for their father. And because of your trifling ass, and that's probably the characteristic that he saw within your trifling behind to make him leave you. But I digress. You keeping away your child because of the dynamics between you and him. That's trifling. Them children are not retarded. And even if they were, do y'all not know that they did a study? And that's the reason why they got the skin and skin success rate. When you don't pour into a child and show them love, their developmental levels are way different from a child that has been shown love. Children that have been shown love are psychologically more advanced. And they have a lot of different benefits that they get from that love. You don't think that your children see when there's an absentee father. You don't think that they can distinguish when they said that they were going to be there and they don't show up. Since they don't need you, you're making it worse. Let me tell you what my mama did. Although it devastated me, my parents were divorced. My mama, hold on, y'all, we got buffering, never put me in between. Meaning she had her feelings about my dad, but she never let it get between the dynamics that I had with my father. So much so that I grew up being a daddy's girl. Didn't know the complexities of the dynamics between my mother and my father. I just knew that they clearly didn't love each other no more as a child because they went their separate ways. However, it didn't change the love that I had for my father or the relationship that I had. You want to know why? Because my mama so much so coached me to continue to have that relationship. You talk to your dad. I'm in my 34 years of life, and my mom still calls me. Have you talked to your dad? Don't forget to call your dad. Did you talk to your dad today? It wasn't until I got of age and got older to where I understood that my daddy wasn't just the best man for my mom, for whatever reasons that may be. But it didn't solidify or take away from the dynamics in the relationship that I had with him. And I was able to enjoy both my parents, although the separation was valid. So women, stop it. Stop. It's sickening. Children, be it female or male, they need their fathers. A young lady gets her self-esteem, her identity from her father. You want to know how I know? That's why you got a lot of these big inflated booty, big inflated titties, lips just looking at the next person because they don't know who they are. See, I may wear these extensions and these lashes and you know, but I know who I am and I know whose I am. And when this come off, I am okay with Whitney because see, my father solidified who I was in this world. I didn't have to go searching and looking for it. Men need their fathers to give them identity and to let them know what to do with the hurt that they endured. We can't do that. And I hate when these women go out here in this world and say, I was both mother and father. No, the hell you were not. Stop it, sis. Stop. 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 Your mother was your mother, period. She did not play both roles because look at you. Ooh, I wish I had my drink. Do I got a drink? Oh, I do. Hallelujah. I got my juice. Stop that. No, she didn't. I don't care. And I argue with that all day. Your mother was your mother. Miss me with that. She was both my mother and my father. No, she wasn't. Because you still hurting, brother. It's still a void that you lack because you didn't have it. So your mama was your mama. She did the best she could as your mama. And when you sit here and you say, uh-oh, it's buffering. Hold on, I got to get this out. When you sit up here and say your mama was both your mother and your father, you take away that identity of you and you put everything back into your mama as if she created you herself, and she didn't. Your mama did the best that she could do as your mother. Give her that credit because being a mama alone is everything. But when you sit up here and you say she was both my mama and my father, no, it wasn't, because you won't be Looney Tune like you are right now. You won't be a mama's boy like you are now. You won't be like you are right now. You will be a much well-rounded individual if you had both dynamics in your life. You would have had, in the words of my brother Robert Geller, a better chance at being well-rounded if you had both parents in your life. But see, when we self-identify that our mothers were both our fathers and our mothers, you're not doing no service to your mother being just that alone. And sis, I guarantee you, ain't nothing great in being a single mother. I thought I had it, baby. I as much as I didn't want to come back because I was still in my emotions towards my husband, I knew the significance he was in my children's life. And if nothing more, that was what kept me. But see, God allowed those feelings for my husband to come back because I was obedient and placing myself back in position. Women, we have to do better. Stop playing with your children's lives because yours is raggedy. That is ridiculous. He goes on to say, so much so, she got the people involved. Y'all got to stop calling the laws on these people that at one point in time you open up your musty legs to. You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. And I feel as though, hey, Bobo. Hey, Bobo. Sorry, baby. I don't talk around my children and stuff like that. But anyway, you got to stop doing that. Women and men, stop calling the law enforcement for your drama. Unless it gets volatile, learn how to properly resolve a situation. And that comes a time where us as parents, we have to do better with the training of our children. If you're arguing in front of your children, be it accidental or purposefully or whatever the case may be, Correct that, because they need to know how to effectively argue with somebody. I didn't know how to. You want to know why? Because I never saw it. Yeah. My parents didn't argue in front of me. I didn't know how to effectively argue and communicate. And my mom would tell me, you got to learn how to argue. And I was like, what? You just yell and scream and get your point across. She was like, no, you don't hit below the belt when this is somebody that you love. So, oh. When you hit below the belt in an argument, you're hurting that person. Why would you want to hurt somebody that you love? You're going to have a disagreement, but you need to learn how to effectively argue and get past that point. And that whole saying to agree to disagree is valid. Sometimes you have to step away from that situation, regroup and revisit, or just let subside. We got to get out of running to the man, authorities, when it's not a situation that it involves him. And then when the steam blows away, when the smoke clears, you got egg on your face. You got this man or girl having papers because of a fit of rage. Now, unless the situation is volatile, don't do that. The police are there to help in other situations, not your domestic drama. Changing court dates so I don't show and just doing the most. I'm at my wit's end and trying to do this right. Please help. Like, that's trifling. And I'm looking at this because I'm thinking, well, just maybe, sis, he got a point there. That if you would have allowed him to be at court, he probably would have had a leg to stand on. And you know that. And because you know that, you don't want to allow him the opportunity to have his day in court. And see, this is the reason why I'll be saying what I'll be saying about the whole R. Kelly situation. No, we want him to have a good lawyer. We want him to have all the components that he needs so it can be fair. So when we tap that as, it ain't no issues. And so I think because you know that he's a good father, you wouldn't have legs to stand on. And it's trifling that you would do something that's changed the dates and stuff like that. That is trifling. So as we get to the end of this and we move on to the last topic, River, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I'm so sorry that any man goes through this. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've seen some of the most trifling situations because women didn't like who the man has moved on to, or because, you know what I'm saying, they done hit a lick, you know what I'm saying, they really didn't want to do, but they got a baby, they want money, and you know what I'm saying, and they just kind of being like little marionettes and little puppets and stuff like that. I've seen some of the craziest situations, and this is unfortunate. And women, people, because Negroes, y'all can be trifling too. I've seen some men have their custody of their children and keep them from the mothers. And I'm telling you, as a mom, as the life carrier and bearer, oh, that's the one thing that a real mother. You got some trifling women out there too, but as a real mother, that I can't really go a day without my children. I can't imagine being kept away from my child. And that's trifling if a person is doing it. And you got to understand, you reap what you sow. And those children, the same ones that you're keeping from that parent, once they get of age and they know the truth, resentment is going to attack your ass. So it's better that you do right by people, even your children and the fathers, that you decide to open the mustard legs to and let that crusted come out of into. Because I'm just being real, because you know, when we ain't talking no more, you mustard, crusted, blah 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 blah, and then he and his, you know, trifling and all this stuff, but you lay with him. Yeah, you ski and shot the club up. You had them Megan thighs and knees up on him, and now all of a sudden he's a horrible man, he's trifling, this and that and the third. That's why you got to do your due diligence to make sure you watch out who you knock up, who you allow to shoot up your club. And it takes cultivating a true and genuine relationship. And you got to know whose you are and who you are. So you'll be able to identify red flags. Just because her thighs are tight and her vagina is moist and wet, how's her parenting skills? Oh, she ain't got no kids. How she treat her nieces? How do she treat her friends, her family, her mother? Oh, yeah, you see, I don't look at stuff like that. Oh, okay. You just blinded by that nice blowjob, right? Oh, okay. When that mouth dry out and that vagina is dry as a Sahara desert, what do you have? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. We got to do better at cultivating legitimate and strong relationships. And it starts with the foundation. And that foundation starts with you. If you know you're a good father, find a good mother. Yeah. You know, the word of God says, a man that findeth a wife, find a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. Yeah. You got to be that before you get that. Oh, by no means am I the wife that I am not going to look for the husband that matches me. So you got to re-identify what you find to be a thriving relationship, a thriving dynamic. And you got to be protective of your DNA, bro. And see, you men been taught to bang, bang, bang. Now, see, my sons are being taught they're as valuable as that virgin woman's golden vagina. Oh, yeah. Ain't nobody gonna be able to just jump up on my sons because they're kings. You got to come with a little bit more than that. Because my son's head is gonna be big. And I'm gonna let them know the value of their penises and what comes out of it. The legacy. And just no round the way chicken head ain't gonna be able to get that. Oh yeah. I'm raising high value men and women and wives and husbands. I already told my husband when he came to me, I'm not gonna be your baby mama. That's why in the eyes of man, we moved quicker than what they expected. But see, he knew that I didn't have time. Yeah, I wasn't finna play with you. Yeah, we not finna play. Yeah, I've been a baby mama. I want to be a wife. We can let the chips fall where they may. So we got to knowing each other a lot sooner than what one would expect it. But see, we weren't on man's time. Come on now. We was on God's time. Because see, I made the what I requested very specific with God. And God said, okay, see, I don't work in minutes and time. I know no time. I'm the creator of time. So let me get what you are requesting in order. And then let me work with you through it. So I already knew when meeting my husband, I was not going to be your baby mama, bro. So if you knock me up, you're going to have to put a ring on it. Here he is, 8 years in this thing, 7 years married, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Is it perfect? I just told y'all last year I was finna chunk up the 2 cents. But God. So seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all of his righteousness, and all those other things will be added unto you. So River, don't give her that energy. Because see, us as women, we are attention seekers. I'm going to put the secret out there. The moment that you show us restraint, just like the word of God says, when you resist the enemy, he will flee. The moment that you don't show us no attention is the moment we'll pipe down or we'll move on. Don't give her that. If she want to keep them kids, let her keep them damn kids. Let her keep them. But on your end, you know your rights, because men, you have rights. But it's if you're willing to do the work. You have rights. But see, a lot of men ain't willing to put forth the effort to get an attorney to do it right. Well, I have a whole husband who did it right, baby. He fought for his son. Sure did. And got full custody. And in lieu of his downfall, because like I told y'all, when I met him, he was on the floor. And see, because he had custody of the child, I said, now you can't be on the floor with your son. He can't see his father on the floor. You a king's kid. You ain't finna be on the floor. So me as the powerhouse that I got, I said, no, it may be in the hood, but we finna get out, no, we finna get you off this floor so your son can see you on your feet. He's been on his feet since day one. So River, don't fight fire with fire. Back up and you do your research. And you do what you need to do to get your children in a space to where you're in their lives. But you have to do your research, and you have to know what laws are covered in your state. Because I know in the state of Texas, if you got them kids and you kept them, technically it ain't kidnapping. It's no custody agreement. And see, if you enroll them in school, oh, come on now, forgive y'all, Jewel. If you roll them in school where you're at, technically, you're the priority. You're the custodial. You're the primary. And then you get into action and you file to get custody in that moment. Temporary, if anything, until you guys go to court. Oh, see, yeah, no, you don't want to play those games with me. River, do it right. Don't let her get out of you what she wants to get out of you. Because the moment you show her that I see moment, she's going to ride it till the wheels fall off. So do the best that you can. I'm not sure what city you're in. And continue to move forward, River. I pray that you're able to do so. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get into this chat and see what you guys have to say. And then we're going to go to the last segment, which is this woman catching her son jerking off, y'all, child. I don't know what to do. Okay. All right. Vonnie says he got to get an attorney and keep up with the court records. So even if she changes anything, he can make sure he's still there. But you have to fight for your children and what they deserve. See, this was way up. She posted this at 7:45, and here it is 8:14 on my end, and on the same page. Yes. Hey, Jesse says, hello, Whitney D. Stay strong and keep your faith in God. I absolutely will. Hey, Shawty. At Miss, Jason said, your pastor's right. I know, baby. So from here on out, if I ever want to skirt, I'm gonna be like, take your kids. I'm out. Yeah, I'm gone. I'll leave. Bye. Okay. Shoot. And you gonna be, dude, he said he'll call you the next hour. Cause baby, he ain't gonna be trying to. I said, I learned something. Hey, Nene, she says, agreed. Let that man be a father /daddy/dad. Yeah, that's dumb. Why turn them against them kids against their dad? Once them kids get older, they will have animosity towards her. I said that. They're going to have resentment. Hey, Karen. Yep. Shadi says, I didn't keep my kids from their father. His new wife said, oh, he couldn't have anything to do with the kids because that means he will have a relationship with me. What the hell is wrong with y'all women? Oh, that is so disgusting. I promoted it. That's the reason when I saw my husband was, on his down end because of his son. I was like, no. And then I was like, I want children with you. No, we can't be in this situation. I get on up. Let's blend. And my son was my first, role of being a mother, my stepson. You know what I'm saying? The knucklehead in there now. He called me mama. You know what I'm saying? That is stupid. Y'all women are shiesty. And oh my God. I wouldn't even want a man that didn't do for the children that he had. That ain't sexy. You jumping out on his ping and he got kids somewhere that he can't have a relationship with because you trifling. What he gonna do to yours? When he don't like your no more. Y'all, I know you lying. I know you lying. Jason says, yeah, there is no reason for her to keep the kids away from him if he is a good father to them. This child, no way. Jay said, I am so sorry for your loss. Sending prayers your way, Whitney. It's okay. It's all right. Musty thighs. I'm for real. Oh, musty legs. Okay, most people got that hood mentality. They do just ghetto. Just ghetto. Hey, Nettie Boo, she says, just drop in for a second with, hey, honey. Bonnie says, I broke up with my ex years ago because he put in no effort with his son. So unattractive it is. It is unattractive. And the man that can have seeds out there like that, I just don't understand. I just can't have life existing out there and not want nothing to do with it. I just don't understand how mothers do that, how fathers do that. Like, I just don't understand where they do that at. I seriously do not understand it. That is disgusting to me. It's trifling. But anyways, you guys, we're going to take this quick little break. Go ahead and grab you some Kool-Aid, a beverage of your choice, okay? And when we return, I am going to kick things off with the next topic, okay? I caught my son jerking off, y'all. You're going to need a drink for this, I promise you. I'll be right back. What up, you guys? Whitney B here, Whitney DCD, and we have merch! All right, you guys, welcome back. Okay. It was a short little intermission. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up with this last topic tonight. Okay. Oh Lord, I picked the wrong one. Sorry. Caught my son jerking off. Should I send him to his dad? Okay. All right. So, yeah, when I got this one, I was kind of like, whoa. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of was like, somewhat blindsided by, and I actually had to talk to my husband about it because I was just like, I can only give my perspective as a woman in this predicament. And so we're gonna read it, and then I am going to read the comments, and then we're going to open up the floor, and we're just going to have a dialect, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into this read. I'm pulling up, it's in my email, okay? So y'all bear with me. Okay. She says, first off, let me say I love your show. Hey. Anyway, I am a 35-year-old beautiful Black divorcee woman with a 15-year-old amazing, smart, respectful son whom I have no trouble out of him, except him cleaning his room or taking out the trash. Girl, I'm there with you. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm there with you. I had to blow this up a little bit more. Y'all know these eyes are bad. Other than that, he is awesome. One morning, I left for work, and as usual, I had assumed my son was gone, since I have no problem out of him getting to school on time. This particular morning, I realized when I got to my office, I had left my wallet on the mantle. So I drove back home. I parked in the back, walked in the door, and there's my son standing in the middle of the living room, baby oil all over the place, and he's jerking his you know what. So I yelled out, boy, if you don't pull your pants up, made him go get in the shower, change, and took his butt to school. And the bad part is the boy had a full-blown hard on. You could see it through his jeans. I had to wait 10 minutes just so he could go down. I think maybe it's time he moved in with his dad. Do you think that's a decision I should make? Let me know. Thanks, your dear friend, Lady Quay. Let me take this small little break, and we're gonna get back into this. What up? What up? Hey, lovelies. We are now on Apple Podcasts. Yes. For my iPhone users, just a little something for you. Head over to the Apple Podcast app and type in Whitney DTV in the search bar and click the check to add me to your dashboard and listen to your girl on the go. Powered by Anchor FM by way of Spotify. Hey, you guys, we're back. I'm sorry. I just needed a little moment. I needed a moment. Okay. All right. So I got to go word for word, line for line. Like I said, when I initially got this story, I had to ask my husband. I was like, wow, y'all, and he saw it. Okay. He's not coming on camera, but he just wanted to chime in. And then we have men that are in the room. And I specifically invited them over for this topic because I'm not a male. And see, this is the stuff that we go through as being single parents. And, and you see how she reacted. Okay. So here's the thing. Like I said, I'm going to go line for line. And every now and again, my husband, he already told me a little bit what he had to say about it. I can't really remember. So I kind of wanted him to come in here. Okay, so let's go line for line like we always do. She said, first off, let me say I love your show. Thank you, girl. Thank you, And then she said she's 35, girl. Likewise, I'll be 35 in June. And you're divorced, okay? And my son is he's actually 15. Wait, DJ gonna be 15, right? About to be 16 actually in May. So, whoo, child. And you said he's respectful. Most children are in front of us. Most children are very mannerable and respectful in front of us. You know what I'm saying? It's when they're out of here. I remember one time my husband busted my son or whatever. Actually, and his friend, but this one was about my son. I think it was on his phone. He saw a video or something. My husband was finna go get him and heard him cursing. And baby, my husband ragged him. You remember that, babe? In the apartments. He was going to go get him, and he had his back to the breezeway. My husband was coming down the breezeway. He just you got that. He was just like, what? So yeah, of course our children are gonna be very respectful in front of us. And then I remember it was a time my husband was at the grocery store, gas station, something like that, corner store, and saw my son's friends. Okay, birds of a feather. And he was just, you MFers, mother, blah, 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 blah. I mean, of course our children in front of us, if they are respectful, like you said, they're gonna respect adults. And come on now, let's be real. We tend to forget how we were when we were their age. Okay, so we need to give our children some grace. Okay, they're not gonna be perfection, but I just wanted to put that out there. Of course, he was very respectful. He better know what's best for him. Okay. So let's get into the situation. All right, let's go on and dive right in this. Okay. You said this particular morning, I realized, when I got to my office, I had left my wallet on the mantle. So you drove back home. All right. And there's my son standing in the middle of the living room, baby oil all over the place. And he's jerking his, what. So I yelled, okay, out. All right. Here's the thing. So I yelled out, boy, if you don't pull your pants up. Okay. Here's the thing. My first question.
Did you already read the
Yeah, I read the whole statement. I'll go line for line. Here's the thing in regards to when you said that you yelled. You said, so I yelled out, boy, if you don't pull up your pants. Me, I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay. And this is just me. If I saw that, I probably would have crept back out of the door. Okay. And the funny thing, I told my mom, I was like, what do you do in that situation as a woman? Do you let them finish and then have a conversation? And see, that's something I would do. See, I'm a talker. If I react, it may be explosion. My husband will tell you I'm hard and I'm working on that. Experiencing my husband, he's getting me to a place to where I have a middle ground. It was either here or here for me. I just didn't have a middle. And my husband, dealing with my husband, he's teaching me about that gray area. I don't tap into it as often as I should. I need to do better, but it's either here or here, right? So me knowing what state I'm in now mentally and the parent that I am in, and I'm dealing with a teenager, let's be real. For me, I probably would have crept back out the door because for one, I don't want to see your penis, baby. I don't want to see that little Peter Weeder. And then two, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that exchange on my child, especially something that I birthed out. And then my second thing, hold on, wait. Let me go back because I wouldn't have yelled because that's embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? And this is what he's experiencing, him jacking off. It's a sensation that he's trying to master. Sex is good, y'all. It feels wonderful. So my first question to my son, once I sat down with him, would have been, are you sexually active? Because that didn't just come from nowhere. You either got exposed to pornography, you either got your little penis messed with, something to where it's just like a high. When you smoke, you're trying to get that high again. So you're trying to capture that sensation again. You don't just pull your meat out and decide to go to town with it. You got that idea, that concept from somewhere. Am I right or wrong, babe? Did you want to chime in at this point or no? Okay. That's something that, am I right about it? Okay. So I would have to have a conversation with my son as a woman. And this is what I'm saying. I'm going to let you guys chime in. But we're talking about as a divorcee, as a woman trying, like I said, here we go, trying to raise a man. See, this is something that a man would deal with more so and be able to deal with that. Maybe even a man, because I saw in the comments, Robert was like, you didn't let him finish. See, that's a man. And see, first response with women, we are emotional. And we react off emotions. You see him, you like, stop that, don't do that. That's how my mom was. Anything that happened with my vagina, she was not trying to hear it. She was like, get it out of my face. I don't want to see it. That's emotional. But see, we can't do that as parents. And see, that's why you got to have both dynamics in the fold. Okay? So in that moment, if it was me, and this is you asking me, I wouldn't have yelled at him. I wouldn't. I know that's first response, but I wouldn't have yelled at him. Like I said, I probably would have crept back, or what I'm saying, if my wallet was right there, and I'd be like, shoot, freak that wallet. I'll go hungry today. Freak it. That's just me though. But I wouldn't have yelled because it's embarrassment. And see, a lot of us have trauma in connection to sex, and sex is not nasty. It's not traumatic. It's not none of those things. It's beautiful, but it's with timing. And if we properly educate and teach our children, they will get that. It's when you try to hold and harbor and hide your children from stuff that they're going to get exposed to. So you got to make sure that you properly educate them and do it in a mannerable way. We teach our children about sexual things, but in their language. Didn't we know what a vagina is? Didn't know what a penis is? They know about their body parts. They know that sissy brother, y'all don't need to see each other. Give brother privacy. His penis is out. Don't do that. Like, we teach boundaries and all of that because it's levels to it. You got a 15-year-old son. Don't think he don't know what a vagina is or what they say it do. So we have to kind of get out of ourselves when we're educating and training our children. But I mean, this was first reaction. I don't blame you for that. But if you don't pull your pants up, okay. And so then you said you made him go get in the shower, change, and then you took him to school. Okay. And then you said that he had a full-on erection. Okay. So I know that had to be embarrassing and appalling. So let's get to your question. And my thing is, in that moment when you was waiting the 10 minutes, did you isolate him? Did you close the door on him and make him feel like that was wrong? Like, how did you handle that 10 minutes? I would have liked to know more than that in that 10 minutes, because you said I had to wait 10 minutes just so he could, go down. And so I would have wanted to know, like, did you put gasoline on this already fire? Like, go in the room and, isolate him, and you didn't have any kind of form of conversation with him? Like, how did you handle that? That's something I would want to know. And now you posed a question. I think it may be time that he moved in with his dad. And then you say, do you think that's a decision I should make? I feel like, no shade, but like my husband said when I came to him, it's kind of too late for that. Yeah, it's kind of too late for that. But you have a dialect with his father, and at this point, you have a conversation with his father, the other counterpart, to decide what is best for the child. He's still a child. Jerked off, jacked off, or whatever. He's still a child. And these feelings and these sensations that he's experiencing, this is an experience, and you don't want to drop the ball. Because, see, I wasn't properly educated. My mama know that, because it was a generational curse. She wasn't educated. She couldn't talk to her parents about sex. And a lot of her generation was like that. What? And this generation is more so, especially the millennials, we're more so, let's talk about it. We're more so, we're not going to beat your butt right off. Let me talk to you about it. Okay, that's not good enough. Turn over. Let me whoop your ass. Okay? So I think that there's nothing wrong with speaking to his father to gain a better understanding about what needs to transpire. We've had some situations that aren't conducive to our children. And, we dealt out of emotions first, but then we had to come to terms that these are life experiences that we all went through. And better yet, to cultivate this human being that you're trying to train up, you need to be careful that you don't drop them. And you kind of already reacted in emotions by yelling at him. So now he's kind of like, did I do something wrong? Which technically he really didn't. He was pleasing himself and got caught. The big question is, why? Did some little girl do that for him? Don't get it twisted. These girls are hot. Trust you me, we had our own experience, okay? They hot. Girl, hot. And it ain't no specific nationality. They are hot. They're different. They're a different breed. I was terrified. I remember my mama found my diary, and I was like, duh, 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 duh. I was terrified. We hid a lot of stuff. These kids don't care. They be telling them how they gonna blow they back out, and they be talking all kind of crazy, but it's what they're exposed to. See, we had explicit music, but it wasn't as easy to access. And we were a little more naive than these kids are. You know what I'm saying? So it is very natural to have children touch, because I had my little baby boy, my husband be like, stop messing with it. And I used to have to tell Demi the same thing. I don't know, my husband knew that, but she would always, because what is it? What is that? It's not that they are wanting to fondle themselves or whatever. They just are curious, you know? And when you open Pandora's box, it's like, what is that? Ooh, that feel good. I want to do it again. You know what I'm saying? So more so, it needs to be a conversation. Are you sexually active, son? Where you get that from? Open up that foundation to where your child feels comfortable enough to talk to you about it. Yeah, I had a dream last night, and I woke up this and third and da da da, and and I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all know I'm a woman of God, and I'm gonna keep it Gucci with you. If your son, daughter comes to you talking about having a wet dream, pray for them. Because it's a such spirit that's called incubus and succubus that comes for your children, your husband, your wives at night, causing them to have wet dreams with celebrities and people that ain't you. And you wake up, Jake, that's not normal. Oh, you thought it was? No, that's not normal. Something caused that sensation to happen, and it's spiritual. Do your research. They call night wives and night husbands, and they come and they have sex with you at night. So you got to make sure that you pray and cover your children at night. And not only is that, as far as him being 15 doing it to himself, it's a form, because biblically, you're not supposed to be masturbating. It's that's a form of what is it called? Perversion. That's a perverted spirit that you're pleasing yourself. God created you for a purpose, that sperm that you are just letting fall on the floor or scooping up and flushing down is life. And you're not supposed to be wasting it. So you're really not supposed to be masturbating, ejaculating, all this stuff like that. That's a form of vanity. But I ain't gonna get too deep. But I would, asking Whitney D straight up, have a conversation with my son, and then have a conversation with his father, because you want to keep him included, and you want to be able to build a structural village with your child to let them know that they can talk to you. When I tell you I've had some of the most intimate conversations with my teenager, that's not biologically mine, but I built that foundation so much so he'll come to talk to me about stuff. And I'll be like, boy, I do not care about that. But I built that foundation enough to know where he can trust me. And sometimes conversations I don't always tell his dad. That's between me and him. Vice versa, conversations that he have with his son, he don't always share with me. Does that mean that we're holding back from each other? No. If it's life-threatening, I'm running to my husband. But if it's something that I can handle, no. Vice versa. If he knows it's something life-threatening, he's going to call his mother, and then he's going to consult with me as well, being the mother of this house. It's all about communication. And we have to do better with our children, especially if they hold the futures in their hands. So I hope I helped you, Quay, and I hope hearing from other people as we open up the floor will be able to help you in your situation. But I'm not a man. I don't know how I would have handled this situation. Had it been a man. I don't know. Like I said, my husband really didn't tap on that in regards to what he would have did. If he would have backed up, if he would have, what I'm saying, he kind of was just like and like I said, I saw in the comments, Robert Keller was just like, let me scroll back up, let me go ahead and get in the comments. And then I'm gonna open up the floor. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the floor. You guys can come in and you can say what you gotta say. We got like 20 minutes. I try to keep these lives down to an hour and 30. Okay, there go the link if you like to come in and talk about any one of these particular topics. Okay. Robert, he said, wow, she could have at least let him finish. Laugh out loud. See? So, I mean, I don't know. Monty said he should have just finished in the shower. Lord, y'all are horrible. Andrew said he should at least finish in his room. That's what I'm saying, a whole 10 minutes. Ooh. Chocolate 82467 says, I don't know if I would send him to his dad, right? It's normal. But she or his father should talk to him about sex because he's obviously thinking about it. Thank you. That's what I feel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this just needs to be a conversation. Oh, okay, Robert. You cool. It's cool. No pressure. You don't have to. Jay said, wow, your birthday is in the same month as mine. My birthday is in June too. Mine's June 11th. I'm a Gemini. And my husband is a Gemini as well. His birthday is 10 days after. That's why we like this. But his is the 21st. So we always do separate celebrations, and then we always do something together. Last year was epic, but this year I really want something major because I'll be 35. Oh my gosh, 5 years away from being 40, and I look like I'm 12. Boy, black don't crack, okay? All right, God covers us, okay? But yes, my birthday is June 11th. I'm gonna do something here with you guys, and then I want to do a turn up, and yeah. Bonnie says, I don't think we should shame kids, for things that are natural. Arousal is natural. Lust is natural. Sexual desires are natural, but they are also special moments of intimacy. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I just said. Did I not? This is all natural. It's natural. I mean, to us, we're just like, God dang, they age. But think about what you was doing at that age. We forget how it was at their age. And that's what I try not to do. I try to be as realistic with my children. You know what I'm saying? And even whenever they begin in trouble, we be like, nigga, we know you lying. Okay, because we lied. Or we know how it feel. You know what I'm saying? So, we just got to be realistic with our children and have more of a conversation. Ain't your friend. Never that. We are never going to be friends. However, I need to be realistic with you for the betterment of you. Again, if we did this more so with our children, we have a lot more well-rounded individuals in this world, and we are not capable of doing it because that whole thesis of you ain't grown, you ain't, I don't gotta say nothing to you, you're a child. Yeah, you do gotta say something to your children. You need to have a dialogue with your kids. What are we talking about? Bonnie says, I will talk to him, but at a later time. Exactly. I will let it go so he wouldn't be embarrassed, but also tell him, leave my damn baby oil alone. Yes, get your own. Get your own. Get your own, okay? Don't use my baby oil up. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to touch the bottle after you don't put your little musty, crusty, oily. Well, they ain't crusty because it's oil. After you don't put your slippery, lubey hands on my oil, and I don't even look at the oil the same. I don't want that. So kill the visual of Jesus. Get your own supply. You're absolutely right, Monty. I agree with you. Robert said, no need to send him away. Just give him a courtesy, not going for it. Thank you. And, you see in movies when they have a little sock on the door. But see, the thing is that is kind of, and see, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like promoting this, and it's like you can't stop it. but it's like it's a fine line with promoting that it's okay, because it's like you're still being sexual, and eventually those urges are going to morph. So that's kind of where I just don't know, and that's kind of where I would have to have a conversation, with the man and be like, where do we draw the line? Just because maybe it was normal for you doesn't mean that it's okay. A lot of stuff we feel like was normal and was for the betterment of us. And some of us are kind of weird because of the normalities that we went through. So I don't know if I could just be like, well, next time I'm a knob. I don't know. I get it though. I'm like, yeah. And then maybe it is kind of more so for your safety. Yeah. Andrew said, teach them while they're young. Absolutely. Especially mine. Good parenting skills. Thank you. Thank you. And to be honest with you, going through my own life experiences, hearing my husband's life experiences, and see, that's why I said with the first topic, you got to have a cultivated relationship with the person that you are thinking about bringing children into this world with. Me and my husband, and maybe that is a Gemini thing. We've always been intellectual. We always had mind captivity first before we got physical. And that's, we're being straight. That's what made our sex just so amazing. We were connected emotionally, spiritually first. And so, and that's also be our demise when we mad at each other. It just, because we just so deep with it. But the thing is that conversations and then walks of life and stuff, that stuff needs to be talked about so you can establish the parenting dynamics and skills that you go through. And then also, I was in education for years. Yeah. We had a situation with some children in our family, and I had to step up and be like the child care provider for them. And so I had to jump in. I think I was like 17, 18. It was literally right after I got out of high school. And, because they had some situations or whatever with the child care system that they were under. And when I got into that role, I learned a lot. Child care teaches you things, teaches you life skills and stuff like that, And I was over other people's kids. I was exposed to 9 and 10-year-olds trying to go hunt and stuff like that and touching each other and talking very grown talk. I was able to be exposed to that so I can handle it in a way that most parents wouldn't, because I'm really not their parent. You get what I'm saying? So I have a lot of wisdom because I've experienced so many different things in life, and I've been exposed to different resources that make me think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thank you for that. Hey, Alice. Alice says, I just walked into this convo. Girl, this is a good one. And Bonnie says, yes, healthy thoughts around sex is a must. It is. And because sex is good. I'm telling you, I promise to God, my daughter coming here 6 years old, she's excited to be a mom. She's excited to be a wife. My son, I wish I could bring him in, but my husband don't play that. 3, he would tell you, I want a wife. I can't wait to have a wife. And I'd be like, that's right. And you're going to treat her good and y'all going to have beautiful children. He was like, yep. And I'm going to be there for my kids, 3 years old. My daughter, I tell her, you're going to be an awesome wife and you take care of your husband. And when my husband would go to work and come home, she would, how's your day, Daddy? Taking off his shoes. My husband just stepped out. I'm telling you, he'll tell you. She would take off his shoes. She'll prop up the couch. Why? Because I do that. Yeah, see, she see her mama do it. Yeah. She also see her mama in the kitchen cooking and talking to her husband and seeing daddy come around and kiss on mama and stuff like that. Yeah. They see people. They see what you do. They see how you move. I didn't teach my daughter that. She saw that. And we talk about sex in a way that they understand, they comprehend, not like, but I tell her where she come from, how she got here. It ain't no damn stork. Me and daddy loved each other. We had something that's called sex. And daddy put you in my belly. And it's a beautiful thing that me and daddy as husband and wife shared. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure did. Yeah. Chocolate says that response of yelling at him will make him think that sex is bad. Could make him engage in sexual activity that might get him in difficult situations. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And that's true, Vonnie. I like this response. She says she can backtrack a bit of if she apologizes and remains humble. Yes. And it is okay, parents. It is okay, parents, with being wrong in certain cases. It is okay with coming back, redirecting the situation. And that's what I actually had to learn when I was in childcare. When I would see kids being hot and grown and fast, I had to redirect the conversations. I had to redirect the energy. I couldn't in the childcare system that I was in be like, no, we couldn't tell the kids no. So I had to find a way, like if like one of, like, say Ashley was climbing up on the shelves, I couldn't say, no, Ashley, get down. I have to say, Ashley, let's not do that. Or Ashley, come over here and join me here at circle time. You get what I'm saying? I had to redirect her. So I learned how to incorporate that in my day-to-day life. Hey, brother. I had to learn how to incorporate that in my day-to-day life. I'm gonna bring my brother Atmos on here, and then I'm gonna continue with the answering of the questions, you guys. Okay. Hey,
what up?
Sorry,
how are you? Can you hear me?
Ready. I'm sorry.
You good? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. No, this is a and I didn't mean to interrupt your flow.
No, go ahead.
But no, this one of them. This, I'm looking at the subject and the topic that you're talking about here. Mm-hmm. Walking in on your kid, your son, doing something like that.
What did you have to say about it?
Well, as a father, you gotta pull your son to the side and go take a drive and go have a talk and say, what is going through your head? What are you watching on your phone? Who are you talking to? What is making you want to do those types of things at such a young age? Why? And talk to me. What's going on, man? Talk to me. What? I don't want you to grow up too fast. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start doing that kind of stuff, you'll start getting into pornography. And have you ever seen a porno? I'm gonna ask my son things. You ever seen a porno before? Do you even know what to do with a girl? Do you know what? Have you ever been with a girl? Have you seen our kids at your school doing stuff like? You gonna have, like, once you catch them doing that, the time for the birds and the bees is over. You need to start talking about, you know what?
That's what my husband said. He was like, when she asked, like, should she send him off? I was like, it's kind of too late. He said it's too late for that.
It's too late for that. Yeah, ain't no birds and the bees talk no more. You need to be just straight up, real and raw with your, like, my kids, Whitney D.
I can't.
Listen.
No, before we get into, I'm feeling sorry for you, but that baby girl. Baby, I don't know what you gonna do.
I know, she's so beautiful. I know.
What?
Listen, I already know. I'm trying to, you know how you try to, like, just not think about stuff until you got to think about it? That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing.
Child.
But when it comes to these kids,
right,
you can't talk to kids. Oh, little Johnny, well, let me tell you, it's the birds and the bees, and they come together and they
nope.
You need to be like, son, like, what you thinking? Like, do I need to get you some condoms? Because guess what? guess what? If they gonna do it, they gonna do it.
Yeah.
They don't gotta do it in your house. They'll do it at their school. They get kids that sneak into the stalls and do that kind of stuff.
Real talk.
They got kids that say, hey, I dare you to go in the bathroom with Shamika and y'all do something. You scared. Oh, you gay? You gay? You scared? You ain't no
Peer
real
pressure.
Peer pressure will make you do stuff. Your little friends is doing it. Oh, you the only one that's a virgin in the whole group. Man, you better get you some. You can't hang with us until you be with a girl, or we gonna think you gay. It's all kind of stuff that goes on in these kids' school, and they won't talk to you unless you open that door, and you have to put yourself in that situation. You know what, son? Even if you didn't do it, you know what, son? When I was your age, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, hey, I did the same thing. I ain't gonna lie, but I stopped doing that because, man, that stuff put all kind of evil thoughts in your mind, and you start thinking all weird and crazy, and you don't want to be crazy, no weirdo, no freak, right? You don't want to be like that, right? You know what you need? Well, anytime I would do some stuff like that come out, I would just pray, and I would ask God to fill those thoughts with something that's gonna be wholesome. You know what I'm saying? But sooner or later, your kids, if you really got that relationship with them, they gonna just be real with you. Like, Dad, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I didn't been with a girl before. Don't tell mama.
Right.
You wanna know something that broke my oldest daughter's mom heart?
What's that?
Is she told me first when she lost her virginity.
Yikes. That would, yeah. Yeah.
And the crazy part is that for the first part of, see, my daughter, I wasn't in her life her whole life, because when I met her mom was cheating on her boyfriend. I didn't know, dude, you know what I'm saying? But me and the mom, we linked up, you know, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, the baby came along, and she told the dude that it was his baby.
Oh.
Now, Whitney D, they was high school sweethearts. They've been together since they was in like 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been together for like, and they already had 2 kids. No, they had one child already. Mm-hmm. And so my daughter come along and she tells him it's his because she don't want him to know that she cheated on him with me. And then I found out later on that from my pastor, you know, my next door neighbor got a girl that came over to her house with a baby that looked just like you. And I'm like, what? Yeah. So I go over there one day. And I see this baby. And I'm like, oh. And the mom is like, yeah. I said, okay, so what we got to do? She was like, well, my baby dad, he signed the birth certificate, and so he thinking it's his baby and all this. It was one of them situations where it was so uncomfortable, but I said, okay, I'm going to do all I can do, because she couldn't just let me start seeing the baby. She was still sneaking around to, you know what I'm saying? Just so that the baby could see the real father.
Right.
You know, and although we hadn't done a DNA test, he didn't do a DNA test because he didn't want her to think that, you know, that he was trying to say it wasn't his and he was on the birth certificate, because she didn't tell him for like years later that it wasn't his. So then I come into the situation, this nigga hate my guts, obviously, right?
Right.
Because he done fell in love with this baby and it's not his. And I'm like, well, I want to see my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And that's my first daughter. So I never had a daughter before. So I'm like, okay, I need to be in my baby. I don't want her not knowing me. So the pressure got too hot for her. So she just kind of just vanished. I didn't know where she was. She didn't let me talk to the baby. I didn't know where she lived. Nothing. Just cut all contact off. Right? So then one day I was in Walmart and I saw my daughter's mom's brother in there. And I was like, yo, what's up? He said, man, have you seen your daughter? You heard from your daughter? I'm like, nah. And this is when she was 5. Okay. So I'm like, nah, man. I said, where's she at? He's like, man, your daughter look just like you, man. I said, bro, where's she at? He gave me the number to the mom. I called her. I said, listen, I'm not trying to get involved in your relationship, not trying to mess nothing up. I want to be in my daughter's life. It was 2 days before Christmas, and she let me come see my daughter, where the first time she recognized that it was some strange man coming to pick her up. So I went, I got her. She looking at me like, and she just said, I just told her, your dad, your real dad coming to pick you up. So she's confused as hell. Like, Mama, what you mean my real dad? I thought that was my daddy. I come in and I'm like very delicate with this situation, because I'm like, okay, bro, you can't come in like you've been there her whole life. You know what I'm saying? You saw her a couple of times when she was when she was a little baby, and then she ran away and went away. Then she came back. So now you need to tiptoe your way into this little girl's life. You need to let her. And I said, the first thing I did was I said, hey, I said, how you doing? I said, I introduced myself to her. And at the time I was dating somebody. And so she came over to the house. Luckily, we only lived like 5 minutes. So Whitney D, listen to this. I only lived 5 minutes away from my daughter and didn't even know it.
Trifling.
Listen. So needless to say, we take her to the house. She's sitting there and she's like looking like really nervous and like she don't know what to do. So I just said, do me a favor. And I pulled out a mirror. I said, look in the mirror. I said, you see something? She's like, yeah, you look like me. That just, it touched me, right? And so I said, yeah. I said, I'm your dad. And I said, I know daddy hasn't been around, but I said, mommy and daddy lost contact and all this. And so, it finally came to the point to where I was able to build that relationship with her to where, like, I've always been the parent she could come to talk about anything. I never judged her. I never, told her, oh, you ain't nothing like your mama. Your mama was that she cheated on your stepdaddy. And the one thing I always did is I never discredited him as her other dad. And I always said, you're so blessed. You got 2 daddies.
Yes.
Now, as a man, you don't want no other man, but you got to be real too. Bro, you won't dare when he was there burping her, feeding her. You know what I'm saying? So you need to, as long as he's willing to still stand in there and be that father figure, you need to kind of play your role. So I will come over respectfully. How you doing, man? Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Go get my daughter. Get her for the weekend. Bring her back. And so I said that to say this. I was able to build a relationship with my daughter where she felt like she could trust me with anything because she knew I was her real father, but I wasn't the one who was constantly on her to where I put fear in her to where she felt like she couldn't talk to me.
Right.
I was like that safety net for her. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a very unique situation. Do I wish I would have been there from day one? Of course I do. But God works in mysterious ways. And, so it's, I want to just kind of share that because I think it's just all about how open and honest your kids feel with you. So when that relates to this story here, if you got that relationship with your son to where he can be like, look, Dad, I'm going to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling kind of weird. And it's this girl at my school. And that's when you can be like, okay, son, listen, you don't want to do the stuff I did. Let me help you.
But see, this is a woman though.
Yeah.
And she's asking at this point, do she turn him completely over to the dad? How does she deal with this dynamic? And do it in a way that is effective for his well-being as a man.
Does the dad, and I probably missed this part and I apologize if I did. Does the dad want to be there?
So they're divorced. And she said he's a good kid. She has no problem with him. So, and then for her to say, should she turn him over to the dad means, I guess it's an opportunity there. She didn't say anything as far as
the dad wants to be there. The dad probably telling her, listen, you can't teach him how to be no man. Let me get him. And so she's probably battling between that because since they got divorced, She don't want to. I get it. Okay, and you was talking earlier. I heard you talk about how these women try to use the kids against the dads, and I hate that too.
So that was the first topic. That the woman it was a guy. He was saying that because they didn't work out. So now and mind you, these kids are older. So at some point in time, he was able to see his children, everything was good. But when he said, okay, this is not going between me and you, he said in there that she literally started using the kids, got the laws involved. He said, Whitney, I'm a good father. He said, if nothing more, I am really a good father, but it just didn't work out between me and her. And he said, I'm trying to do this right. You know what I'm saying? But she's doing too much. So,
you said something earlier. And when you said it, I wanted to jump straight through the computer screen because I was like, damn, she's telling the truth.
Oh, okay.
You're very wise. Very wise.
Thank you.
When you said that kids gather information, they much smarter than you think. And they gather and gauge their own way of feeling about their other parent, no matter what the mama say about the daddy. Let me tell you, me and my first wife, we had 4 children together. Aww. 4, right?
Okay.
And we was always in and out, but I always stuck close to my kids. But she knew that if she couldn't control me, and I mean, when I tell you that our ins and outs was so drastically like horrible, we just did not work, right? We got married. We was married for a year. And like it was 1 year of when I say I really tried to do this thing the right way the first time, went and bought a house, left my apartment, bought her a house, bought a vehicle, did everything I could. I just tried to cater to her because I felt like she put her life on the line to bring my children into the world. She could have lost her life 4 times for me. So to make a long story short, she would always use the kids as a weapon against me if I was dating somebody else or I met somebody else. No, I don't want my kids around no other woman and as if I'm going to pick somebody who's going to be horrible to my kids, right? Okay. So one day, my kids she's still, to this day, my kids are, we got a 21-year-old, 17, 16, and 15. To this day, she's still, I call, can I talk to, no, you need to talk to me. So one day, my kids like, Dad, we know how mom is. We know how she always try to keep us away from you and keep you away from us. We know how she be tripping. We know you love us. We remember when you took us here and you came and picked us up and all this. So we don't listen to what our mama says bad about you because we know you love us. Guess what? I said, okay. As long as they know.
They know. And what I think, Atmos, is that we forget when we were children. And we forget how intelligent we were and we knew what was going on. Yep. And you know what I'm saying, when we get grown, we just feel like our child like mindset just goes out the door, and that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? That's not realistic. You know, not two children are the same. However, we need to give them more benefit of a doubt. And I just know because, like I said, I grew up when my parents separated. It was more damaging to me because I didn't see any issues. They never fought around us. You know what I'm saying? So my experiences growing up, I really didn't know how to deal with conflict because I wasn't exposed to it. So even getting into my relationships, when I would get yelled at and stuff like that, I would shut down or I would pop off because I didn't know how to properly argue or disengage or whatever the case may be. And so I had an epiphany. And I guess even talking to my mom and doing straight talk, I was just like, wow, like I wasn't exposed to it. So it caused me kind of have a developmental issue in that area of conflict. Because it's realistic. You're going to have a disagreement with a person, but how do you handle that? And so that's something that I love, because with my husband, we are seriously a partnership. We take from each other and be like, okay, we can agree on this. Okay, I see your. So with that, we both agreed on that okay, if our kids catch us or somehow are here when we argue, because we're not perfect, what are we going to do with that energy? What are we going to do with that experience? Are we just going to let them figure it out because we grown and we not going to talk to no kids? Or we're going to sit them down and be able to be like, look, sorry, that's not how you do that.
Right.
You don't yell at mommy like that.
Right,
You don't yell at daddy like that. That's not how you solve it. Because now at 6 years old, my daughter will check both of us. My husband is sitting right over there. She'll be like, now mommy, you go apologize to daddy. My son, 3 years old, don't yell at daddy like that. And I don't tell them not to.
No, that's right. Yeah. Stay in your place.
That's what I'm teaching you, to be able to distinguish conflict and be able to properly rectify a situation. But when we throw our hands up and say, I'm grown, that's a kid. That is a kid, but they see you.
You know what? I will say this. You know, me and you that had some conversations before where, you know, we talked about this vaccine and stuff like that. And you told me your place, your stance on it. I told you mine. And we agreed to disagree in a way, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. We'll say that safely. But you do have an incredible husband, and I know you're an incredible wife.
Thank you.
Because y'all probably been through hell and back, but y'all understand what the mission is. The mission is about getting through together. And you can't get to something until you get through it.
Yeah.
And so you know, y'all are definitely awesome. Your husband, he's a real cool dude.
Thank you.
You know, I like the way he handles himself, and he handles people that are around you. You know, I can respect that.
Thank you.
Sister, look, I'm listening to you. I appreciate you. I support you. And thank you for doing talks like this, because they need to be had.
Absolutely. And I don't mind having you on more. If there's something that you want to pick a woman's brain direct, you know me. I had, and y'all, Atmos does this relationship segment.
Venus and Mars.
Yes. And we talked about, he's like, you know, I said, go for it. Do it. Do it. And it's a smash. It's a true blessing. And I enjoyed myself on there last night.
Thank you.
And I saw it went like 3 hours. I was like,
you know, I'll never do lives that long. If that thing went to 4 hours.
It's a conversation. It's like, you know.
It's good though, because like I said, it's good sometimes for us to get on and just talk about real life stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because people can't just naturally, you know, talk to people that they know about it, because they're going to judge them.
Right.
So why not talk to people who really don't know who you are? You just an avatar in the name.
Right.
And you can just speak freely.
Right.
You know what I mean? But listen, I love you.
So wait, before you head out, Atmos, I just don't want to assume. Let everybody know where you at, and like I said, the shows that you do on your channel.
Oh man, listen, on Sundays, you know, because God is the head of my channel, like He the head of your channel. I do something called This Blessed House Ministries. It's on I got a page called This Blessed House Ministries. I got my own page now just for all the good stuff. And then if I want to talk about things, you know, like we do the Venus and Mars, I do a morning show every morning at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time called Atmos in the Morning. And we talk about just everyday topics and stuff that affects your finances and real life. We, you know, that's my morning show. And then we also do, you know, talk about the R. Kelly stuff, you know, so how we got here. And I'm doing a series on that right now. And I like your series, the art, the
R. Kelly Tales.
R. Kelly Tales, yeah, I love that, man. I love that. So that's what I'm doing. Y'all can, you know, go subscribe to my channel, Atmos Love Zone, and I appreciate you.
Absolutely, brother. Anytime.
Thank you later.
All right, you guys, that is Atmos. And yes, head on over to Atmos Love Zone right now and go subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, okay? We have one more Aaron, okay? Keep it short, baby, because we're about to get ready to wrap it up, okay? Let me bring Aaron on, and I'm going to wrap it up with you guys with Straight Talk, and then we're going to head out from here, okay? Hey, Aaron.
Hello, how are you this evening?
I am good. Long time no speak.
I know. It's been pretty, you know, busy personally. First of all,
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And I didn't hear much of the show this evening, though
okay.
I did leave a message before the show. Let me cut this off. Yeah. But I basically, yeah, it's gonna be a great year for me. It's I have some things that I have some goals that I want to accomplish personally and everything. I know y'all did y'all Christmas thing. I wanted to be a part of that, but I just been busy at that. But I'll send you something still. I'm gonna send you something.
No
Yes,
pressure.
I'm gonna send you something. But basically, I just want to, talk to you on here. This is my first time talking to you this year and in a while. So, yeah. But I'll hear the replay and looking forward to a great 2022. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Aaron. I love you. Yes. I'll be in the comments responding to you.
All right.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye. All right, you guys. Oh my goodness. This evening has been very informative, and this is what you can expect here at Straight Talk with Whitney D every Thursday, 7:30 Central Standard Time. Your girl is in Tejas, okay? I'm in Texas, okay? So 7:30. Normally, you won't miss anything if you set your clocks, your reminder to 7:30, and just head on over to my channel. I may go live, may not be live, maybe a pre-recorded, whatever. But 7:30, that's my live times. Sis says you rocking the yellow, girl. Thank you, sis. Look at my shirt. Hustle hard, pray harder, and that is Shazazz Creations. Okay, and it's chopping. Shazazz Creations, and you can get the look in the description box down below. And then I got this. My husband had y'all. Okay, I gotta visit his closet every now and again. Nene said, "Hey, Soup, pop." He got them earphones on. Pop. Nene said, "Hey, Soup." He said, "Hey." But yeah, you guys. So yes, if you want to get the look, you can visit the description box down below. Shay Michelle Cosmetics for all the looks that I have here. To be more specific, I have on the Love Lashes, and then I have it's an ombre of chocolate. And then it's another color I can't remember, but all Shay Michelle Cosmetics, okay? And then like I just show you guys my tea is from Shazazz Creations, okay? And it's choppy. You can get any of these products along with the other brand affiliates information in the description box down below. If you click the link, some of them have an automatic discount placed on your purchase, as well as just some promo codes and things like that you can place in upon your purchase. Okay, so you guys know, before I wrap it up, I'll give my overall thesis of tonight. Okay, it seems like no shade, no tea, but us women be on some F girl stuff. Okay, we do got F girls out there. Don't get it misconstrued. Okay, women clean. Women hands aren't clean all the time, and we have to do better as a community of women. And this is how we do it. We hold each other accountable. Sis, you ain't right. You're just not right. Okay, and that's how we go by doing that. Men need to be in the lives of their daughters just as well as they do their sons. Okay, you will have a young lady growing up jumping on the thighs of any and every man because she is trying to find her father somewhere within them. Okay, and you don't want your daughter growing up identity crisis. I couldn't get it out. Because they find it in that man, that their father is the man that's going to let them know their worth and let them know that they're beautiful. My daughter head is big. The girl is like a freaking princess. She won't raise a finger. Why? Because my husband treats her like she's golden. Okay, good and bad, but it's good because you're gonna have to make sure that you own your stuff because her daddy got everything taken care of. And so with men, they need to be able to know what to do with those emotions, which segues us into the last topic in which we discussed about a mother who has a 15-year-old that she caught getting him a piece or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And see, those are the times when the men that are in the house are able to step up and handle that situation, you know what I'm saying? And so we need our fathers, especially if they're good ones, you know what I'm saying? If the relationship does not work, do not think that does anything for the children. It does not. It affects them more, and they grow up having resentment issues towards both of y'all. Because why weren't you in my life, daddy? And mama, why did you keep them out? So just let the chips fall where they may. Okay, just let the chips fall where they may. These kids are not idiots. They know more than we allow them to. Okay, and just know that what you went through is not necessarily the golden rule to your children's upbringing. You and that person that you lay with have a partnership, and it is in flesh form, okay, with your children. Learn how to coexist with each other and how to co-parent conducive for the betterment of your children, because they are going to be the future, literally, okay? You are the way you are because of your upbringing, okay? Whether that's good or bad, okay? But not for nothing, you guys, that is Straight Talk with Whitney D. Thank you guys for joining me. And like I said, every Thursday, okay? Now, if you need some straight talk and you have something that you would like to get my advice on, you can create a whole fake page if you just don't want me to know where it's coming from, okay? But you can send me an email at reviewswithwhitneyd@gmail.com. Make sure that you give me as much detailing as you possibly can. No judgment here, okay? When I tell you I've been through some stuff, okay? And, but, I've been through. I'm on the other side, okay? I'm still going through some, but we can help each other get through, okay? So you can send me an email at reviewswhitneyd@gmail.com, okay? This is anonymous, okay? I will not share your name, even if you share it, okay? And it's some cases initials, or I just don't even use your name, just use your situation, okay? But if you feel like you need some straight talk with Whitney D, send me an email at reviewswithwhitneyd@gmail.com, okay? Not for nothing, we do have a P.O. box. You can send me your hate mail, your love mail, your products and or services that you would like for me to review, and I will do it free of charge, especially for my Black-owned businesses, okay? So not for nothing, you guys, I hope I was able to enlighten you guys on tonight and create a safe space to where we can have a proper dialect and conversation. And it's very important, okay? So until I see you guys again, make sure you guys keep it cute so you won't get the boot. I am Whitney D, and I enjoyed you guys on tonight. You have a blessed and safe and wonderful Thursday. Bye. What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. And I mean that. Don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of Witness Gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now, I am here to let you guys know we are now accepting members. Let me stop stunning. We've been accepting members, but I'm here to tell you more information about the memberships, okay? It's just better here. Why not become a member and support your girl on a month-to-month basis, okay? Now, we have 4 different tiers that you can choose from. They'll probably be somewhere over here, okay? Not for nothing, we have Out of the Bushes for $1.99 a month, okay? And then you can become a Witness member. $3.99 a month. You can't beat that, okay? Now, if you want to take it up a notch and become a Witness gang member, just $9.99 a month, okay? Now, I see you. You want to go even further. That's great, okay? Become a Witness Nation member at $19.99. Okay, now all these proceeds go back into the channel, okay? I pride myself on doing due diligence to give you guys best quality product and content, okay? So if you love what you see here on Whitney D TV and you want to keep it going, make sure you become a member like right now. like today, like go do it now, okay? Comes with a lot of different perks like members only chats and member only videos and getting updates and exclusive information before anybody does, okay? So what are you waiting for? Go become a member like now. Like right now. Duh. Bye.